We recording?
Yeah, we recording. All right, so
okay.
What's good, y'all? It's been a
What's
long
up?
time. I shouldn't have left you, but that don't mean to step to. 40 Acres in the Brew crew coming back. What's good?
What's good?
You got Tara, you got Kia, you got Jeff on the lens.
Hey.
You got myself, Berna, and we back. It feels good to be back.
We had like a whole month hiatus, but we're here.
We have had a hiatus.
I think that was longer than a month. It's just
Definitely.
It's gonna appear to be longer than a month, a hell of a lot longer than a month, but it was just a month. I'm glad we still washing the palette of life with our creative juices. You feel me?
Absolutely.
And we have a new home.
We have a new
We have a new
home.
home. That's
Have a new location.
production upgrades.
Production upgrades.
Super production upgrades. Yo, shout out to Jay on the lens.
Jay on the lens.
Well, damn, who is he?
Shout out to Stanley Kubrick. You heard? Shout out to production upgrades. Shout out to Higher Knowledge. Anyway, words from the wise, right?
Yes.
I haven't forgot about y'all. I hope y'all haven't
Because
forgot
you know
about
that's
me.
my favorite.
Words of the wise.
Words
for
to
the
the
wise.
wise, right?
Mm-hmm.
Think on this. I think on this. There's truth in all lies, but there are no lies in the truth. Words to the wise.
Repeat that.
Take that backward. I was like, the same
Repeat that.
thing.
Repeat that. Repeat that.
There's truth in all lies,
Of course.
but there are no lies in the truth.
There's truth in all lies, but there's no lies in the truth.
Yeah.
Is that so?
I mean, do you feel like that's... No, like tell me. I'm not off base with that.
I don't think
I
there's
don't want to
truth
give
in
out
lies.
fake knowledge. You
I
feel
don't
me?
think there's truth in lies. I think lies are lies, meaning the definition of what a lie
Lies
would be.
can be the truth stretched. So.
But then that's not the truth. So there's not a truth in a lie. A lie is a lie for the reason it's to deceive. It's not a lie.
I think what's really meant is that, everybody has their version of the story, but there's only one story, just from different perspectives. So it's like, there's lies. You'll tell your version of what you believe the truth to be, but someone looking at the same story with a different set of eyes could believe something else as the truth. And it isn't until we have both perspectives that we can call something the truth, because we can spot where all the lies are, versus if it's just one person telling you their story, they're going to feel a way about certain things, they're going to embellish certain parts or whatever the case
I just
may be.
think that, let's put a pin there, because I have a question. My question is, of course, in the words of the wise.
Okay.
But if there's truth in a lie, that to me is different. One, I don't agree with that statement, but that's your statement, okay?
Okay.
Just to clarify, I don't agree. But why I don't agree is because the nature of a lie is to deceive. That's why it's a lie, in my opinion. So if we're going to go by definitions, there can't be truth in a lie. Now, however, what you're describing is us all having a perspective. I do believe that everyone has their own perspective of the truth and how they see it and how they felt about it. But it's still always the truth is the truth. And if you're trying to deviate from that version of the truth, you are turning it into a lie, so there's no more truth in it.
Well, then you got people who are very technical. So, a truth and a lie is you went to the store and robbed the place. The truth in that is you did go to the store.
That's my point. So it's not getting to, like...
You might not necessarily have robbed the place, but you did go to the store.
Those are night and day statements.
What?
Going to the store and robbing the store, please.
I'm speaking as someone telling someone else, hey,
Okay.
Tara went to the store and robbed the place. I'm lying my ass off. But you did go to the store. You just didn't rob it. You left.
No.
You bounced.
I think you guys are stretching this a little too far.
That's what I said. You want to be
I
technical.
can see that small, minute point
I'm not
in that
stretching it. You just
statement.
want to be polarizing.
I'm not polarizing. I think that clarity, definitions, and just being clear is important.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
Okay,
right.
okay. Words to the wise.
Words to the wise.
Yeah.
Thank you, Berna, with your words to the
I'm asking
wise.
my wise.
You're never too wise to have to explain. So.
I hear that. I respect
And you're
that.
never too wise to receive an explanation. So.
I hear that. But
So anyway.
I agree with what Kiki was saying. Her version of the truth.
You still
Ha
here?
ha 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 ha.
Nah, what's good, y'all? Fuck the words to the wise. What else y'all got on y'all palette? It's been a long time, like I said. So what y'all been up to?
Oh boy. Well, shareable and non-shareable of what we were up to. Somebody came back from vacation, you know what I'm saying? Just to deflect.
Yeah. I was
We-
on no vacation.
Me neither.
Must
But
have been
somebody
someone else.
might have had some adventures in Wonderland that they are comfortable sharing.
Y'all
All right, so
ain't-
I guess I'll tell y'all about some of the things that's happened. Not in Cabo because
Not in
that shit
Cabo
stayed there.
because
that shit stayed there. But
you already brought it back with you.
no. But anyway, y'all asked.
Bro, your skin
Yeah.
was mad dark. Like you brought all of it back. All of that energy from Cabo, you used it to grow into whoever you are now, right? You using it to glow into who you are now. Especially with that tan. But so you can't just leave it out.
But I have better stories than that.
Go
So
ahead.
I guess in our
Story
time
time?
apart, I've spent my weekends since the weather has been so beautiful. I've spent my weekends just going to random brunches and Lord, go to a random brunch and I'm with one of my everyday people. Matter of fact, yeah, I want to bring this up because I need to ask y'all some questions. So I go there with one of my everyday people and I see someone that I had a one night stand with 9 years ago. I automatically recognized him and tried to avoid eye contact. He spotted me as well. He came up and he's in my face. Hey,
Okay.
Kia. No, first he's asking, how are our drinks, trying to, fit himself in our energy bubble. And I'm just turning away, trying not to.
Thank you.
Hey,
Exactly. And then he's like, oh, you don't remember me? You don't remember me? And I'm like, he's like, oh God.
wow.
He's like,
He asked you that? You don't remember me? Ooh.
I could, like, the way I was smirking like I am now, this isn't oh yeah, I remember you. It was
wonderful.
No. He was like, you don't remember me? We did it.
Ew. Whoa. He did that? No.
And it just brought me back to how fucking goofy he was
God.
9 years ago. And he
Yo.
was and he told me he was about 36 now. So 9 years ago he had to be at least 25. 20
Wait,
25
what?
is that 9 years?
27.
Whatever.
I don't know what
We're
it
not
is.
here to do math.
Yeah.
We were past that. But basically he was in his mid 20s and I was 21. But he was goofy as hell back then and I was okay with that shit. Like
Goof ass.
he
no.
was, he was like, we did it. And when he
Goof ass.
said that in my ear, I was just like, my fucking skin cringed. And in my
Wait,
best friend was looking at me. Like,
Wait, how did he say this? I was about to say,
Ew.
did he say this in a voice where, he was talking to you from across the room?
he was in my fucking ear. He goes, you don't remember?
Wait, he whispered in
me?
your ear like-
We did it. He did like one of those whisper. We did it. But he did one of those. It was a whisper that other people in the proximity could hear. Oh God.
Ew.
Oh God.
Yo,
And I'm just,
son.
oh my God. And I'm just sitting there, 30-year-old Kia is sitting there like, what the fuck was I thinking? This man, this goofball just said in my ear, we did it. He don't even need to elaborate on what we did. I'm grown. I know what the hell he did.
Oh my goodness.
But grown me is trying to wonder why we did it.
Why? He sounds like he's
But the
retarded.
thing
Was
is-
that his voice and his tone?
He
Is he like delayed in thinking? Like a little
Yes. Yes.
We did
Jesus.
it.
He said we did
bit? Oh my
it.
gosh,
He didn't. He wasn't even
Oh my
smooth about it. It was we did it.
And like that?
No, we. Just I was like,
Yo.
we did it.
Wow.
Can't do that.
We did
I
it.
draw the line.
Okay.
Yo,
Wow.
this kid
What-
sounds like maybe he's
That-
socially awkward.
He's very
No,
socially awkward.
That's beyond socially
But the thing, the sad
awkward.
thing
Are you
is,
kidding me?
She
Oh,
said,
we fucking
she said-
whispering. Come on.
she said beyond socially awkward.
Come on. Seriously?
So he just don't talk to people? That's probably why he was like, hey.
we
We
did
did
it.
it.
We
Oh,
did
man.
it.
No, we didn't. I would act so dumb.
Slurring the
yo.
face ass nigga came over like,
Honestly,
we did it.
nah.
We did it.
We didn't do shit, son. I
We
didn't even know
did
you. Who are you?
We did
What
it.
is your name? I'm sorry.
But me, I have the memory of an elephant when I want to. I knew the nigga's name name and everything.
goodness.
As soon as I saw him,
Yo,
in my head, his name popped up, and I was like, all right, now I need to avoid eye contact. Here he comes.
Whispering in your damn ear.
He did it.
The
Like,
damn slow breathing shit.
but I knew he was a goofy ass nigga when I was 21.
So wait, did you like goofy guys back then? Was that
Yo,
your
fuck
thing?
it, goofy ass niggas get boxed. What you mean?
I was 21. I was probably goofy my damn self.
The nigga
so.
clearly did it, and he probably
Really?
wasn't no virgin when he did it the first time. You feel me?
But listen,
Can you
do I feel like I should have? Do I feel like I should have played it off like I didn't know him? Absolutely not. You know why? Because I'm here for the fuck shit.
Well, you like entertainment. We know Kiki likes petty.
I'm here
we
for the
know
fuck
Kiki
shit, so.
likes entertainment.
All right, so you hear what the fuck
However-
shit? Now what happened? Well, no, he was like, "Hey, we did it," and then what happened? You obviously you turned mad red. You feel me?
I turned red out of anger.
Out of anger.
I would have been not out of anger. I would have been out of
Not
embarrassment.
embarrassment. That's the word I'm looking for. Embarrassment. I
You
turned red
sound
out of
retarded. You saying shit out loud about we did shit. I don't know you, motherfucker. Can you get away from me?
And mind you, my
I
best
do not
friend,
know you.
my best friend is looking at me like this.
Like, oh my god, what were you going through back then? Like, yo, my goodness, because that's what I would think. Like, damn, ooh, you was.
Yo, wait a minute, son.
Ooh, really?
Yo, he is like.
Oh my.
Mind you, he's like 36 now.
That nigga came
But
back
no,
like a boomerang.
No, here's the icing on the cake. This nigga was in there by himself. Okay. No friends, no nothing, just wandering around. He didn't have a drink in his hand.
So this was
he
a
wasn't at a
brunch?
table.
But this was at brunch, like.
But it was at a
setup?
bar. It was at.
I'm trying
Shout out
to
to Harlem Tavern. I am
Okay.
always there. So it's like a little bar. Like they're playing the games and shit. Like, you know, different sports. But
Yo, shout out to whoever this nigga is, right? Keep going to Harlem Tavern.
Oh, goodness.
Keep going to Harlem Tavern and just ruin Harlem Tavern for her forever.
You're terrible.
Because you have the potential to do that,
Wow.
you goofy ass nigga. That shit is hilarious. Every time you see her, just
we
roll,
did it. Like,
just roll up on it like, hey, kid, we did it. After a while, niggas in the bar gonna start giving you applause, like, hey, we did it. And we're like, yeah, go, goofy ass nigga.
oh my god. Enough enough about him. But yeah, I probably should have played it off like I didn't even remember who he was. But like I said, I'm here for the fuck shit. I mean,
That's too funny though.
I mean that's how one night stands go, I guess. But
Speaking of one night stands, I remember someone not telling me a story about an ATM. So, if anybody
Wants to share a story?
yeah, you heard any stories about ATMs?
I have a simple
Yeah, I've been
story.
waiting to hear this story for a few
Really?
weeks.
All right,
you know,
so-
Kia, you probably have you heard it?
Wait,
probably
you've never heard it?
I've never heard the story.
I think Kiki heard the story.
Yeah.
I don't know what story we're talking
All
about,
right,
so
all
let me
right,
hear it.
all right.
I'll tell you if I heard it.
Bet.
Fine.
Story time.
Story time. All right, I'm sharing. So anyway,
Story time.
it was probably, I want to say definitely at least 7 to 8 years ago. I was on Fordham.
Is that the disclaimer?
That's a super disclaimer.
She started off with a disclaimer.
I got to set timelines.
So you know what that means? Judge the fuck out of her.
No, that means whoever's watching, you weren't in the picture at that point.
It simply
that's
means that I'm referencing a date and time and point in life when it happened, and I'm going to proceed in this time,
Whatever
okay?
it means.
Whatever that means. That all bullshit,
Okay,
false
fine.
propaganda we
Alright.
just spit. So now, 7 to 8 years ago, back in the day, I was with my my ex, I guess I'm calling him these days.
Yeah, X now. That's a whole nother
That's a
topic,
different
but-
conversation. We are so not unpacking at this point in
Yeah,
time.
I guess a lot happened.
Oh, a lot has happened since the break. Oh, gosh.
Shit.
Oh, so much. But anyway,
Oh,
we don't want to
okay.
digress. So anyway, back to the
Stay there.
ATM story. We were together. All right, we're on Fordham Road, ATM. I don't know where we're gonna go eat. It's probably like BBQs or some stupid shit like that. So he's outside in the car. I go into the
Judging you
machine.
already.
I don't care. I go into the
BBQs.
machine to go use the
Goddamn
ATM.
no BBQs ain't got no.
Yo, as I'm talking,
Alright, go ahead.
I'm gonna proceed.
Go ahead.
So I'm at the ATM inside of the bank on Fordham Road. He's outside, parked, waiting for me to come out. As I'm getting my money to leave, in walks a guy. I of course recognized him because, you know, I'm not from the Bronx, so anytime I bump into somebody that I might have known from the Bronx,
Brooklyn.
yeah, Rockland, shout out. Anyway, I really actually knew them at one point in time, so I attended Lehman College, so I know a few people. Anyway, I bumped into this one guy, and I'm going to refer to him like I used to refer to him back in the day as Punk Boy. And I say that because he was never going to be somebody that I was going to take seriously, but there was like a little bit of an attraction between us. So anyway, we actually hooked up back in the day. This is college, super years ago.
Oh, so this ties in with the whole one night stand.
Well, it happened one time. So
I think I vaguely remember.
I don't know if I want to
this.
classify it as a one night stand because I know the dude. You know what I'm saying? We went to school together.
But you only did it once.
Oh, absolutely.
So
God,
one
absolutely.
night stand.
Well, it was a one time situation, but I don't. If we want to classify it, then this is my only one. We'll say.
One night
But-
stand really means one night, and I can't stand you.
Well, it's not that I can't
One
stand
night and I
him.
can't
It was
stand
just not worth repeating, so to
Nah,
speak.
you like
You
this
know.
sometimes.
I need to write
So
that
therefore,
down.
it wasn't worth doing again.
Chill, Kevin
So
Hart.
anyway, he's like,
Yeah, I got a
"Hey,"
pen.
as I speak.
But I'm gonna write that
He's
down.
like, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm like, "Huh? Who are you?" He's like, "You, Tara, from Leaving." I was like, "Huh? No. What are you talking about?" I said,
She
"Nah,
said,
sorry."
"What I said?"
I'm just like, "Nah, I'm sorry. That's not me." And he's just like, "No, nah, that's not me." Nah, stop playing. Yo, I'm not. Yo, I'm waiting for somebody outside. Do I need to go get them? Like, type shit. So I'm a little rude. So anyway, I keep it moving.
Spicy.
And I just walked off on him. So that was my kind of denial type shit. So I don't acknowledge punk shit. I don't acknowledge whack shit. Listen, it was what it was. It wasn't worth repeating. So what? I haven't seen this kid in like 20 years. Why the fuck I gotta
You couldn't
blame
even
you?
say, hey,
Nah, I didn't feel like
or
it.
just.
I didn't feel
"Hey,
like
I gotta go."
it wasn't
Like,
acknowledgement enough worth it for me to even. No, I'd just rather
But
keep
was
it
it
moving.
good?
No, it was awful. It was. That's why it was months. It was stupid. It was like, why did I even waste my time the first fucking time? Let alone I'm gonna waste my time to have a conversation with you about some whack ass shit I knew I wasn't doing back then.
That's incredibly.
So what made it
incredible.
You know,
From what I remember, it was just like, I think it was fast, I think it was small, I think it was like a combination of just whackness, and it was just like, oh gosh, this is never gonna ever happen again, and so, you know,
She's
I don't repeat bad
brutal.
mistakes, I just keep it, you know,
Brutal.
I'm not brutal, it's supposed listen,
I mean, I have reasons for why mine.
honesty is best, I think.
But let's get the male perspective. Burn.
What about you? Cause now, since we're throwing people out there,
Right.
Didn't
you
you,
completely dragged your story from
you
under the bus.
certainly
Like,
just pulled
Oh,
it
yeah,
out of
no,
my
no,
throat
wait,
and
yeah,
everything, but hold on, I'm gonna ask you a
That's
question.
wild though. You just dubbed the dude. Like the first
So
of all.
what? I
First of
can
all, I
do
want
that.
to comment on that story. You just
Yeah.
completely dubbed his entire existence.
I did.
Like to this guy, he was reliving a memory,
Okay.
and then you was just like, and then he was like,
Yeah.
he was like, "Hey Tara," and she was like,
It's not my fault if maybe
and
somebody
then he
had
was
a
like,
better
"I don't
memory
want to
than
go.
I did.
I don't want to go because he doesn't exist now."
He never existed in he never existed,
Yo,
yo.
if he sees you again, like I think he should trip you.
If he ever sees me again, which he won't,
He
but
should,
if
like-
he ever did, I would do the same thing. Like, huh? Who are you?
I would
But
shoot.
you said you knew
I
him
would shoot-
before, so
I would shoot.
I knew him in
holes.
college, but like I
Through
said,
your
it was so
umbrella.
long ago.
So was it the sex that made you
Nah, I'm
say I
shooting
don't know
holes
him
in your
no more,
umbrella
or
if I
was
see
it
you
like
again.
you wasn't important enough for me to know?
It was
anymore?
all of the above. He was never important enough, and the sex was whack, and it wasn't gonna be. It
Yeah, I
wasn't.
guess it's
It
that
was
sex
just so many
thing.
things.
Yo,
It's
how
like-
was that? How was the "we did it" guy? At least he didn't come up with the "we did it." So yo,
Yo.
hold on, son.
Are we going back
No,
to
no,
this
no, no,
man?
No, we'll go
no,
back
goofy
because
ass
No,
nigga?
no, no, no.
based on these two stories, it
Yeah.
seems like the only way you got to take your credit. So next time you see,
Yeah. Anyway.
next time you see a chick that you smashed in the past,
Just say we did it.
run up on her like, "Hey, yo, shorty,
Don't even.
we did it."
Yo. So Stevan, burger,
Good or bad?
good or bad,
We
whatever.
did it.
I have a question for you, because get your cackles out.
Imagine boy would have ran up on you like that, and they'd be like, "Hey, yo, hey, yo, Tara,
I would have showed
we
you the
did
same
it."
thing. Nah.
I would have hit him with something. She's cold.
Listen.
Yo, I'm
Whatever.
sorry.
I don't
That's
know
funny.
him. I don't know him.
Yo,
Yeah.
man.
I don't know.
But
you.
didn't you?
He was trying to get to something. What you was saying?
I was trying to ask you a question about something I recall you sharing. It's a little touchy, I mean, because of age, I think, involved, but I don't want to unplug or unravel too much of your situation.
My business? Okay.
Yeah. But didn't you have a story about a youthful encounter?
Oh man, shit. This is the shit that I don't tell people until they get to know me. And then they think I'm fucked up. And I am fucked up, but
But what started you being fucked up, maybe? What could you start as maybe the first encounter that you shared with your friends that maybe started you on the path of your fuckery?
Fuckery?
Or lack of a better way to describe.
Yeah, I don't be involved in the fuckery. Make magic.
At least I didn't say fuck shit. I said fuckery.
But no, seriously, she's talking about the time that I was young. Like, I was like 6, and I was playing house with a girl. And the girl was a little older than me.
How old? How old?
So you was a daddy?
Yeah, whatever we was playing. And
this older bitch was mommy?
How much older was she, man?
Look, I don't even remember the details. What I remember was what happened.
How old was she is the question.
She was like 10, and I was like 6.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's scary, but I'm not going to get into that part of it. Go ahead.
It's not that scary. Yo, I seen on somebody's feed the other day their little son playing with an older girl, but he was just locked in on her. She was with the scooter. He was with his scooter.
Everyone would feel differently if it was opposite. If he was 10 and she was 6.
Oh yeah.
So come on, let's just
double standards.
Well,
but I mean, I just remember I was poking around, and then she, might have filled her mouth with certain things. But that's what I recall as my earliest memory.
Oh goodness.
My earliest.
No, you gotta go back. What the fuck was she filling her mouth with?
That would be my penis.
Oh.
At 6.
Okay, so
wow.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And you were raised in the Bronx, right?
Yeah, I was raised in the Bronx.
Okay.
It has nothing to do with where you was raised.
I'm just curious of how certain things just occur.
Miss Rockland likes to find every reason to shit on us Bronx.
You know what
I
I'm
certainly
saying?
don't.
Like,
if you guys knew the truth,
bro, there's
if you knew the
in Rockland.
truth, you guys would know I was born in the Bronx. So actually,
so you
I
have
just
a
happen to
love-hate
grow
thing
up.
going
I don't have a
on.
love-hate thing.
You just have a hate
You
thing.
have Bronx attachment.
I don't have Bronx attachment. I think that people in New York City, I'm not just gonna say the Bronx, you guys have this love-hate relationship with New York City and a sicko, almost entitlement type shit. Like, y'all feel like y'all are above or better than people because y'all have to deal with some bullshit.
But every borough does that.
That's your fucking shit. Tell your parents to move and take you to the suburbs.
Here's what really happens.
Tell me.
It's just, you get kind of callous. So you gotta shave the callus down, just like you gotta do with real calluses for you foot people out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta shave the shit down every now and then to regain proper sensitivity. You know what a callus is? After a while, if a nigga slap you, you just gonna look at him and punch him. Like, you're not gonna say ow after a while because it's to be expected.
Part of you guys growing up on top of people in such close proximity, you guys aren't used to having your own space. And honestly, like, you guys just naturally walk around aggressively.
You lucky you ain't got no heat for the fucking Rockland. Because if you be coming back at you with Rockland.
Listen, you guys can have this tons of heat for Rockland. Because I have heat for Rockland and I'm from both. I can just see both clearly because I'm not personally emotionally attached to one, and I don't feel that I have to claim or prove that one is better than the other. So I respect both differences.
So
you guys don't respect both differences.
We understand. I super respect both differences. You're wildin'. I leave the city to enjoy myself sometimes for whole weekends. I get out of the prison every now and then. Okay. But my point being,
even the reference of it being a prison, please proceed.
Yeah, but there's truth in humor, but
there is
not in lies.
Keep going.
All right, cool. So, my point is, we understand that we're from this environment, maybe a little bit toxic. So, like I said, you gotta shave down the callus every now and then and realize that we're all still connected. Where'd you get your callus from? Did Rockland make you this callous? Like, because you say that we look at people like, oh, I'm better than you because I've been through such a tough life. Oh, I ride the subway, nigga. But where you get your calluses from?
Am I callous?
I mean, your slaps hurt.
Do they?
I'm from Rockland. I'm from the Bronx. What is it? Child sexual things don't happen with children in Rockland.
I never said that.
But it's implied.
I didn't say that. I never said that. Okay. Let's roll back the tape.
No, we don't gotta roll no tape. All right, you wanna roll it back? All right, look, let's go.
As we proceed, I still did not say that. Those were not my words.
Cool if there was like a little bubble that popped up there for some reason. Man, that was my story. It's kind of sick when you think about it.
I just want you to acknowledge that.
But it's kind of funny when you think about it, and that's.
No. however you make yourself feel better about life is good for you.
Oh,
Healthy.
shit.
Okay, but what was the outcome of you and said 10-year-old girl?
Nothing. Like she was.
But have you bumped into her and you're later?
Isn't that what this was about?
Oh.
Is it? Oh, thank you, Kiki.
Oh, I bumped into her, but then.
So is that counted as a one-night stand?
Shit. Well, honestly, let me tell you, it feels like one. Like, what the fuck? It feels like one.
Like,
Because I know
what's
she
that?
knows.
So if you only got head from a person, is that a one-night stand?
Nah, head don't even count sometimes. Because you can forget. You feel me, no? Sometimes it doesn't
really
stick
thinking about
to
it.
your head. Oh, no? Alright. Nah, but seriously though, it feels like a one night stand because when I see her or when I saw her those one or
So
two times,
you, as
it
a
felt hella
6-year-old,
awkward. It was like,
Had a one-night stand.
no. I'm
At
not going to
6.
say that.
At 6 years old, wow.
Why, let's be careful with our words.
That's what you just said. You said your age was 6, and you said that she filled her mouth with parts of your being,
Right?
and we're gonna say that it happened.
So what's the statute of limitation on a one-night stand?
Oh my god. Well, I don't think
Like,
there is one. There is
there's
not
never.
one. Like I said,
Never.
that nigga gonna run up to you every time he see you like, we did it.
Oh,
When you
God.
90, he gonna be like, yo, we did it. Harlem Tavern's gonna be called something else. They're gonna turn it into a fucking Apple store, and then y'all gonna see each other there, and he gonna be like, we did it.
That's crazy.
But well, yo, true story though. When I saw her, I just like completely ignored.
Did you say
her
hi?
existence. No, I didn't say hello.
You didn't speak?
No.
You didn't acknowledge her presence?
No.
So isn't that callous of
Oh
you?
shit.
I'm just asking.
But it's not like she came up to me acknowledging mine.
Oh, it doesn't matter. But you,
No, it super
did you make
matters.
eye contact?
Nah, because
there-
we
was
weren't
there
all.
a
We weren't
Did you guys
silent
know you were each other's
acknowledgement?
peripheral?
it was at like a wedding.
peripheral?
It was at like a wedding, so we saw each other from a distance.
So you recognized and you knew it was one another. You just chose not to.
I knew it was her,
Okay.
and I seen her sister at other events too.
Ah.
I seen her sister later on. Yo, this is wild.
So what was the reason that 6-year-old you wouldn't let her suck your dick again? We're just gonna put that out there.
Well, at 6,
Besides it being fucking wrong.
right. So at
Super wrong.
the time, like what
But
happened?
since we're counting it as a one-night stand.
Everyone around me kind of made me feel like it was wrong. Like there was like,
They made you feel you were wrong, or you felt it was wrong?
nah, I didn't feel like it was wrong. What the fuck? Why would I feel like it was wrong? That's one of the most exciting moments fucking ever.
The good thing is that was the 90s because today's world, oh my fucking god. Everyone is super fucking sensitive with shit like this. But in the
I
90s,
know,
it was,
I
oh, y'all
know.
being fresh. Stop it. Y'all being fresh.
There-
Stop being fresh. But,
90s shit.
so back to what I was asking. We're gonna leave you 6-year-old Berna, Lil Berna, and Young Thotty. Because that's what she was being, Young Thotty.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
All right. So what was it? You said it was too fast. Because I'm trying to figure out what was the reason it was only a one-night stand. Because even though, yeah, under certain circumstances, it might be, you might be traveling, you might never see this person again. What was the reason it was a one-night stand? I have reasons why mine was.
She's talking about you.
But
'cause
You asking me?
That wasn't even a one night
It wasn't a
stand.
one night stand. It was whack and it was one time and that was the end of it.
All right, so then take the one-night stand out of it. What's pretty much like a deal breaker to me? Even if you did it 2-3 times, what's the deal breaker
Oh, I
to make
would
you
not.
say, nah, I'm not doing this anymore?
If the first time isn't worth it, then there's no second time. So deal breaker,
Nah, I'm not
that's
doing
deal
this no
breakers
more.
for me.
Hold on.
If it was
nah,
awful-
I'm not doing this no more.
Yeah, if I
That
didn't
is
enjoy
such
myself,
a personal thought, but it is so
But I'm
like
honest.
actualized. That
Because
shit
that shit comes
happens
from the heart.
instantly.
Like,
yeah,
It
it
comes
wasn't,
from-
even worth me doing the first time.
Bro,
so
the
why
moment you
do it
realize
again?
the moment when you in some shit, you like blah blah, and then you smell something, and you're like, nah, I'm not doing this no more.
Oh, you sound like that from your personal experience.
It happens all the time, nigga.
it happens. Somebody could be inside you, and you could literally just be like,
Sometimes
I'm
bodies,
not doing this no more.
sometimes bodies stink. You heard?
I'm not doing this no more. But
I gotta
it
make
wasn't
a
a I'm not doing this no more, because in order to say I'm not doing this no more means that you were doing it more than once.
Oh, so you're not doing
No,
this
it's just
again.
doing it
I'm not
again.
doing this again. Like,
I
I'm
don't
not
like
doing
wasting
this
my
again.
time, so I just don't. If,
So what is it that'll make you, give me some examples of what will make you say, I'm not doing this again. Me,
just told you.
I'm not doing this no more, because as y'all know, I entertain fuck shit. So I'm gonna entertain the bullshit for a certain amount of time. Then I'm gonna say, I'm not doing this no more.
She always entertaining some bullshit.
See, I don't like
I'm not doing
to.
this.
The opposite and the difference is, and probably our contrast is, I don't like to entertain bullshit. It doesn't entertain me. It more is it's like a mosquito
right.
buzzing around. It's more of an annoyance. I don't like annoyances.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, bullshit is our annoyances versus an entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
What entertains me is pleasantries and peace and happiness and shit like that. Some bullshit nonsense fucking around? Absolutely not.
To each their own, bro.
Listen,
I love the fuck shit.
And that's why all humans
Shit,
are different.
I love the fuck shit. I'm missing the tip of my finger.
Nope.
I love the fuck
No,
shit.
thank you. Please, good God, get the fuck away from me. Absolutely not. I just don't have the
You okay
tolerance
over there,
for it.
Swan?
It's just not for me.
You okay over there?
Y'all calling me in?
I mean, you ain't no saint. I'm sure you ain't no saint. You over there just you know,
I
la la la.
You want me to talk about a one night stand?
Yeah, this question is for you too.
All right. I mean,
Not a one night stand. What is it, like a deal breaker for you?
Oh, it's
Make you say, yo, I'm not doing this no more.
sexually.
Yeah, sexually.
Anything.
All right.
Sometimes it be the breath.
I mean, that's true. I mean, hygiene is actually
Hygiene in general, bro.
Aside from hygiene, because that.
No, that's
Now we gonna get
that's
into
major.
that's major because guess what? One of the love languages is personal, is touching. So when we get into that, we gotta unpack how important touching is. And if when you go in for the kill, just the touch in general, it doesn't feel like it's like, what is this? Like I'm not doing this again. Like I wasted too many resources getting to this point.
So, okay, Swan, so.
Mhm.
Well, everybody say hi to Swan.
Yo, what up?
What's up, Swan?
What's good?
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back.
Welcome back.
Hello.
He had people wondering, yeah, what the fuck is a cuckold? But we're not gonna get into that.
Good God.
Let me see your Google search history.
Cuckold. But yeah, so what's a deal breaker for you?
Well, one, definitely hygiene. If you're dirty, I can't really. You know what I mean? Like just to be.
I mean, that goes without saying. Niggas is not one. Nah,
That does not go without saying.
Maybe
Stick people got mad bodies too. Where all these bodies
But
coming from?
listen, once it's in there, it's a body. You could pull out and say, "Now you stink. I can't do this no more." But it's still a body.
Pull out and throw up. Like,
It's still a body.
like this don't
All
count.
right. So aside from hygiene,
This don't count. I'm out. Like,
aside from hygiene, because hygiene to me is a no-brainer. Like, nah, nigga, you stink. Your balls are nasty, sweaty. So nah, I'm done. But that's
You
know.
wash your ass. You know what I'm saying?
you ain't wash your
That's
ass.
hygiene.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
hygiene.
If you don't do that, like it can be a little difficult sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So it's not really the MO. You know what I mean? Because it's true. It's like nobody wants to smell. I mean, nobody wants to smell shit. Fucking.
Yo, so where all these anal fetishes coming from if nobody wants to smell shit?
I mean, it's another accident zone. It's danger. It's the danger zone.
It's the danger zone.
It is because everybody to some kind of degree until you're ready to push past that threshold.
Yo, I got a joke for y'all, right? How is eating the box like trying to get out of a speeding ticket?
I don't know.
Because one slip of the tongue and you're in deep shit. Ah.
Oh, yeah.
That's nasty. That's so nasty. Is that what you think about?
Nah.
When you doing what you do?
One slip of the tongue? Nah, it was just a cool joke, yo. I don't
That's why hygiene is important.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because the slip of the tongue can be a delightful, thing.
Exactly.
Oh, but if it's
But if it's dirty,
if the hygiene is there,
If it's
Get
dirty.
the fuck out of here. No
that's
way.
why I like shower sex. Like after shower sex,
to me, shower sex is the worst fucking sex.
Really?
I hate it.
Hot and
I
cold.
hate it.
Oh, nah, you're
I
right.
hate
You're
it.
right.
I hate it. I hate it. I
But
hate
like
it.
after the shower, that's when you want to do.
Oh no,
everything.
after the shower, yeah.
Yeah.
But shower sex, no.
Like
So-
a bare naked, clean body on the bed, like I could count the things. It's really like, oh, I'll do a lot of shit to you right now.
What about you, Tara? I mean, we're not talking about your one night stand. We're talking about someone that
I didn't have a one night
constantly-
stand, Kiki. I sexed one time with a human being.
Okay, that guy.
Young lady.
That one time in band camp.
That one
guy.
time in band camp. Yes.
That guy.
Yes,
that
Kiki.
one time in band
Yes,
camp?
Kiki. What is your question for me, Kiki? Because I'm gonna throw a question back to your ass. So
Oh boy.
throw your question out there to
I'm
me.
asking, what's a deal breaker for you? Aside from that story, what would
What
make you
would be a
say,
deal-
yo, I can't do this no more. I'm not doing this no more.
I don't do anymore. I know before I even get myself into a situation if I'm gonna do it.
Oh
That's
yeah,
just
we know
me.
you.
I
You're not
screen.
having
I screen the
patience.
process.
Should be calculating years in advance.
It's not years in
like-
advance. It's just
Like
listen.
if I randomly cross the street while I'm going to the
Can I
bank,
take a book?
and
Nobody's
I-
asking your opinion.
and I meet
the
this
question,
guy,
the question at
does he
hand.
have the credentials
The question, it's not about
to
credentials.
smash?
What's your whole facts? Show me the whole facts. That's you.
Yeah, I don't have a whole facts. I'm
Not
sorry.
your whole
Oh my
facts. You
God.
want to see a
He's
nigga's
got
whole
whole
facts.
facts. I need to know. Yes, I need details.
I have
I need
whole
background.
facts.
You
All
are
All
a
right,
hoe.
Berna.
Whole facts.
What?
I can't be a hoe. Like I have seeds to spread.
Listen.
I can't
No,
be a
We're not talking, we're not talking to a married man.
The hoeing comes after
right.
the spreading
Can
of the seeds.
Anyway.
What would be your
I don't
deal
know.
breaker?
I'm just
What would
talking
make
shit.
you
Yes.
say, I'm not doing this?
But think about it. Like number one, my deal breaker is that. Like
Just strictly sexually, though. I'm not doing this no more.
the
If it's whack, if
stink, if it's if
No.
dead fish.
Okay, y'all are all saying physical things. What if it's a mental thing?
Oh, I got you.
I don't
got
do things
you.
unless I'm already mentally into it.
Yeah,
so
but it's all mental
But what if
because
it's an emotional reason why you say I can't do this no more?
it's all mental because there's
What do
a
you-
fine line between a disgust and a fetish. A fine line between a disgust and a fetish. You know,
Can't
you,
explain.
like you do some shit and then some people be like, oh, what? And then some people be like, holy fuck.
There's one thing.
Some chicks be like, choke me.
There's one thing, like if you
No,
cut yourself.
let me ask you this.
Yeah.
What would make you say, yo, I'm not doing this no more? Like,
Love.
here's an example. Saying you love someone.
Somebody
Blood?
cut. Yeah, I'm not talking about periods. I'm talking about people who cut me while we fucking.
Oh,
This is the
word.
thing. Yeah,
That
this is
still
the
the
thing.
physical.
Sound
I'm
like a
saying
GTA mission.
something emotional or mental. What if it was a girl that you know you didn't love her, but she kept saying I love you while y'all fucking?
Oh, I'll be into that. That's passionate.
Yeah, that's.
You know what I mean? That's a little passionate.
But what if she's expecting it back?
We're not going nowhere if you
fuck.
do that. 'Cause
It's-
All right, so let me ask you this: a girl that constantly says, "Oh, not in me, not in me. I want to have your baby.
actually, that's
Not in me, not in me. I want to have your baby."
Like-
Are you knowing that you don't want to have a baby with this girl gonna say, "Nah, I can't do this no more"?
No, I would absolutely do it. That's the thing. That's because it's passionate.
I was about to
It's
say,
fucked up.
honestly, that shit is fire, bro.
Yeah.
I've done it twice, at least. You feel me? But the whole thing is,
We're not talking about a woman that you're actually in love with and want to do these things with.
no,
We're talking
I'm
about
saying it
strictly
doesn't
a bitch
matter.
you're just
It
fucking.
doesn't matter. When we in that zone, we doing that sacred dance and that ceremony. Those words are just powerful. You feel me? Like just
So are you gonna do it?
I'll be very hesitant.
yeah. I don't know. I don't know. It depends on who the girl is. Like
I just said who the girl is. Someone that you're just fucking.
yeah, but how good is the
What's
sex?
the- what's the-
You feel me? How good is the sex? Because I've never really had an accident to the point like where it was like, oh shit, I didn't mean to do that.
But you're hopping over what I'm asking.
Okay, maybe.
If she's someone that constantly keeps saying stuff like that, and you know eventually it's gonna happen, and you've already played the scenario in your
oh,
head.
you gotta stop. You gotta stop. Like cold turkey, just cut her off, cold turkey, and then see what happens. Because at that point, she's dangerous. She's more dangerous to you because it's a variable that you can't control.
At
At any moment, this could be your last hurrah. You get it? Like all of my seeds that go free, this could be the one that someone traps and is like, nah, this
but
is
it's
you.
love. It was passion.
That's how it happens with a lot of people. A lot of people are on earth because of that reason.
I was about to
It's
say, bro.
Sometimes sex can be that powerful. It's like, yo, I'm ready to just throw it all away.
But
it
that's
feels
why
so
that's
good.
where it's supposed to be in the first place. That's how I feel. That's why I call it a sacred ceremony, because when you're in tune like that, there's a lot that can happen. Speaking of sexual anything, right? I'm gonna jump into sexual transmutation just to put people on to the fact that while you're smashing, and if you meditate on something while you come, that can exponentially increase your manifesting power. Like if you thinking of doing some shit and then you just thinking on it, I feel like if you, based on what I know, if you think on it and while you're fucking and you meditate on it, you can exponentially increase the chance of that happening.
So you're saying you want to make a baby? If the chick is saying it, you gonna be meditating on that shit?
Probably. She gonna be like, I love you, nut at me. I'm gonna be like, oh, every muscle in my body is just gonna.
Because for me, and the situation, if it was the reverse, where the guy is telling me constantly he wants to,
and you gonna be like, no.
No, I'm gonna say, I can't do this no more. I've cut people off for those reasons. Can we do this so we can make a baby? Can we do this?
Not to make a baby.
Like, they just want to impregnate. That will make me, even no matter how good the sex is, if you are constantly telling me you're trying to impregnate me or you're gonna find a way to, I am gonna run.
Yeah, that's
Here's where the chick hears.
I'm gonna run.
I'm gonna make you fat. I'm gonna make you fat.
That's what she hears.
No. The trick is, is summer about to come? Yeah, I'm gonna make you fat.
Oh, dude.
You gonna sit your ass down for the summer? No.
I think that's what I did.
No. Is that what the fuck you did? Because we know you got one on the way.
Yeah, I
Number two on
I
the
got
way.
number 2 on the way. So
Yes.
it's like, but realistically, that was just passion, and I let it be.
No, you're a different story. You are in a union.
But no,
We're not talking about that.
Even if it wasn't a union, I'm saying those moments, I succumbed. I gave it all up in the name of passion. That's why I'm aware of it happening those 2 times. I don't know if many times it's happened before. Or just plan B.
Well, I mean, okay, so let me ask this. Aside from
I say that 'cause
aside
I watched you
from
married. I'm
someone
laughing because I watched you
aside from
married.
someone
yeah.
pretty much talking
It's
themselves.
a Molly.
Oh my gosh, Percocet, some shit.
It's a Percocet.
Yo,
Yo, shout out to Ocean TV, yo.
Ocean TV was crazy. Good gosh.
Well, go
I
ahead.
saw Ocean
So-
TV.
What was I saying?
I
All right,
don't
so
know.
the deal breaker. Okay, that's we were talking about deal breakers. So
Oh yeah, that's not one of my deal breakers. You said that's one of your deal breakers.
that's one of mine.
So you shutting it all down. You closing down the studio after he says, "I'm trying to fuck you to your."
I'm
bed."
getting like Diddy on making the band.
Heard you.
Studio
Heard
is closed.
Heard you.
I'm shutting the studio down.
Heard you.
I'm shutting the studio down.
So
Period.
is that while he's in the pussy? Is that how he talks himself out of the pussy? He's like, yeah.
Or how he's not getting it again.
I wanna.
Yeah,
I wanna fulfill the
Yeah,
purpose of why we're
yeah.
having sex in the first place.
Yeah,
She's
but-
like, wait, what? No way, bro.
Yeah, but
I'm just having sex for fun.
they can talk themselves out of the pussy before they even fucking get it.
Talking
So
is
that's a whole nother story.
Yes.
All right, wait, but talk about it. I want to hear what would you have to do to talk yourself out of it?
Just the things a man can say or express that will talk you out of getting the pussy, talking your way out of the pussy. Period. Like, let me think. If you've already expressed certain things about yourself, this is what I want. These are my goals, and he's saying all the shit that you don't want. Oh, it's like day 3, and he's like, I love you. I want a family, but you've already expressed to him, I don't want none of that shit. You ain't gonna get the box. Because you already setting yourself up. So I know who you are, and it's like, all right, I'm good. You just soaked yourself out the pussy. Period.
That's reasonable.
Nah, he got a.
Yeah, that's pretty reasonable. That's kind of.
Or if a man is just saying a whole bunch of cornball shit, just throwing, it's like throwing
What's
darts
cornball
at a
shit?
target
Well,
and not hitting
what
it.
I-
What's
question.
bullshit?
Is it cornball because there may be a day late and $1 short? Is it stalker-like qualities and shit? Like, I don't want to reference anything in particular.
Stalking is one thing. That's a different.
Is it
spectrum.
like you on Netflix? You know what I'm saying? He's outside your apartment type shit watching you. Like, what
Oh
is
yeah, you're not
what's
getting the
your
pussy that
comfort
way.
zone?
Like, you're not getting the pussy that way. Don't stalk me. But talking yourself, like, there's things a man can say.
That'll turn you off. That'll make you uninterested if you were once interested.
Yes. Or if
So-
you're on a path, let's say this is the path of your interest and, doing what you gotta do,
Okay.
for him to say, we did it.
Wait.
That path, the we
Okay.
did it path.
The we did it path.
There's always that, where it's like, nah, I'm good. Like,
So
nah, I'm good.
is it acts? I know you like
And
acts of
usually,
chivalry.
usually
Usually.
it's something that he said. It's not something he did.
So something he said
Something
that
he
stopped
said.
him from getting further. So let's say, for example, is it if he says too much, or maybe he's not saying
Always
enough?
about saying too much. There's always power in mystery, and I'm like, you just gotta be mysterious.
So
Sometimes
what could a
people-
guy
Sometimes,
say that'll
sometimes it's
talk
not
himself
okay.
out of it?
Sometimes it's not okay to.
Chicks watch too much TV. Niggas don't know what to do out here.
No,
That's why you
figure it out. Be creative.
know.
Be creative.
Bro, with
That's all
so
the guy has
many
to do is be
fish in the
creative.
sea,
Be original. Just don't do anything that everybody else does.
you gotta be a goddamn. I don't
No,
know.
we can take
You
it
gotta
back
play
to
so many
no.
personalities.
Remember, we can take it back to the whole the nigga
but
that
that's
said
the
we
game.
did it.
Don't ever forget it.
Him talking like that. Listen,
Super game.
the we did it dude.
Anyway.
Him talking like that to me
Wait,
now
shit.
would be
Gotta
him
run
talking.
back.
Come on, can I speak?
So,
Oh,
Yeah, ask you a question.
he's talking shit. Go ahead.
Okay. The guy taking it back to the we did it dude. If he was acting the way that, he was presenting himself like that, me now, that's a deal breaker. You're fucking goofy as hell. Like, I'm good.
So that's new you or you now would never do what you did back then.
Right.
What about the way he said we did it fucking with you? Like, why is that fucking with you so well? All of y'all, why?
Because
That sounds like he's retarded,
He took all
yo. The
the-
voice is crazy.
he took all the mystery
man.
out of it. He just
We
popped
did.
the
No,
balloon.
I don't care if he said, yo, shorty.
Yo.
Yeah, right. That's what
Be
I'm saying.
cool.
It's a good
No,
mystery.
no.
If he would have said that too, I wouldn't. I'd be like,
But just be suave. What the fuck is this retarded shit, yo?
Shorty. Yo, we did it.
If it was so
Remember?
good, she would
I don't
know.
want to hear that shit. It's the
Wait,
we
really?
did it. I don't want to hear that. Yo, we did it.
He should have been able to run up on her and say something cool to make her interested.
Yo, if
That
he
is
would have
so
said something
funny.
like, yo, you don't remember that night?
That's suffocating.
That's different.
That's a hell of a lot different than
Yo,
we
you
did.
don't remember that night? You remember that night?
He should have been like, yo, when we going for round 2.
No, not only. Or if he was
right,
not.
he was smooth about it.
Those bars.
We did it.
No. If
But-
he was really smooth, he would
But
have
that's
rapped
him.
on Kiki.
But that's what I'm saying.
Go ahead.
Someone with his, personality and even the cadence and his tone, I'd have been like, nah, you just talked yourself out the pussy.
But Kiki, if he just ran up on you and said, yo, Kiki.
He would have been like, hi. She would have been like, nah.
No, Kiki. If he ran up
I
and said, yo,
can't do
Kiki.
this.
Yo, what's up? I know you know who I am.
He would
What's
have
good?
said hi too loud.
Just some straight up shit like that. Like, I know you know who I am. What's good?
Then he got turned. He
know
got
those
turned on
little-
for a different reason.
Different
It was
reason,
like-
but not for, we did it. Like, what the fuck? Seriously? At least be a man about your shit if you're gonna approach me.
Whoa, come on.
on.
That is being a man
No,
about
it's
your
not.
shit.
No, that's
We
being
did
a
it.
12-year-old that got his dick wet.
That's crazy.
Bro, we're all 12-year-olds.
You probably said that to her. Oh, you did it. To my dick, like you was younger, like, oh, but you did it. Remember, like
No.
you did it. Remember. You was 6. You could have ran up on her when she was 13. Like you don't remember when you did it, like. And it'd have been okay for you
No,
because
it's
you would
not
have
okay.
been 9
nigga.
years
I ain't
old.
moving like that. That's. I told you, I didn't say shit. I was
Nothing.
like, that was okay.
Not to 10.
Interesting. But
But what's other? Okay, so what's other ways? I don't know if a woman can talk her way away from some dick because.
no, she
Yeah,
can't.
absolutely.
She can't. Oh, she can. Here's how it
I
happens.
disagree.
No, here's
I'm
how
sure
it super
Kiki's
happens.
expression says she disagrees as well,
Yo,
but
Swan,
Yeah.
tell me if I'm lying.
Mm-hmm.
you
The
lying.
way the woman talks herself out of the dick is only getting to kiss it on some. Alright, cool. I think you dope. Like, damn, I can't wait to You say some shit to me, or I see you do some shit to someone else, or just like something in your character just gets me to the point where it's like, oh nah, you're only gonna give me head. Like I'm only gonna let you suck my dick. Like,
But what about the ones where you don't even want them to suck your dick?
then it's just who knows? Like I might keep them around for some other reason. Like they like giving me compliments.
I don't know.
Yes, I am chocolate.
That's that Leo shit, okay?
Yes, my beard
That's
is soft.
That's it. I mean,
Talking shit, but
that's
yeah,
like that God
that's
mentality.
the equivalent.
shit.
So am I lying though, or is it like some chicks you won't even let them? Know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. But I don't know. Like I don't know. Like I barely have conversations with someone who I wouldn't.
Oh.
But like not always. Of course, but it never gets to the point where it actually turns like sexual.
Okay.
You know. I mean, I don't. Not that I can recall when like someone turned sexual with me, and I was like, oh, I don't think so. Like, you know what I mean? Like it never. Like I've never. No one. I've never been with or been around a woman who got forward. Which I
That's
think.
what I'm
is
saying.
kind
It's
of
hard.
refreshing.
That's why I said
So
the equivalent is
a
just
woman
saying,
being
nah,
forward to you, like, is that a way of her talking herself away from the dick?
No, the more forward, the better.
No, like she's forward, but you're uncomfortable.
If I want nothing to do with her, like yeah.
No,
Like,
not even you don't want nothing to do with her. The thought of dealing with her in that way wasn't in your mind, but she's super forward.
and I'm attracted to her.
If you're attracted to her, then the thought would have probably been in your mind at some point.
Oh, so fuck, absolutely not. It's like if I don't want to have sex with this person, I'm not gonna have sex with them. I'm not gonna have sex with them. I mean, there are moments that I could consider some things, but that takes time, you know.
All right, so we've here and there, even on our off-camera time, we've been poking at the whole love language topic.
Oh, yeah, we gotta
so,
jump in.
like, generally speaking, what would cause you to want to? What gets you? But before we get into that, can you please explain love languages?
Oh, love languages, right? So
because you put us on.
yeah. I put y'all on because I was reading this motherfucking book, The 5 Love Languages, by I'm trying to get the name of the guy because I don't want to do him disservice. Gary Chapman, right?
Mm-hmm.
Someone put me on. Shout out to Ray. She put me on and was like, "Yo, you should read this book." And I read the book, or half read it, skimmed through it. You know how we do nowadays. I watched the video on YouTube, but she I learned a lot, right? And the 5 love languages, right? So different people, and they go in a certain order, of course, depending on who you are. But they are words of affirmation, quality time, receiving gifts, acts of service, or physical touch, right? So one. Just to jump it off, because in no particular order, I was thinking about earlier today when, I don't know why I just fucking pulled the book out. Oh, because we had the pod, and I was like, oh shit, I didn't go over none of this shit. So I started listening to the audio book, and I was like, all right, cool, blah, blah, blah. He's talking that shit. And then I don't know what happened, but it's something, a topic I've been on for so long, I immediately jumped up and made breakfast. So I made breakfast, scrambled eggs and avocados and a little taco wrap shit. And I did that for my wife. And I was like, oh shit, that's an act of service. Nigga, I'm winning, right? And it made me think about the story where you were speaking to a gentleman and you said he talked himself out of the pussy because what I realized is that one of your love languages were acts of service. Like, what do you want me to do for you? And then your lack, you didn't see that. So it turned you off and you was like, oh nah. I can't do this. You feel me?
Yeah, and that's why I said we've been poking around at it. Just, it comes up in discussion here and there. So that, I guess that's one of mine, an act of service. And what was the other one?
There's active service, there's physical touch, receiving gifts, quality time, and words of affirmation.
I like my two important are acts of service and words of affirmation.
Oh yeah, words of affirmation is fire, bro. I'm one of those people. But
what would be your two? We'll go down the line. What would be your two?
My two?
Mm-hmm.
They're a little bit tied, right? Words of affirmation, I think, is first. That's why, like your boy Swan over here, I appreciate the forwardness. When you be like, hey dog, da 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 da, I'll be like, oh shit, I really respect that you're just so forward enough to say it to me. Like immediately breaking down whatever.
You say, hey dog, that's how you got Drake bitches talking to you? That's the Canadian bitches that be talking like that. Hey dog.
Yo, anyway, that's one of mine. And then I would say quality time and physical touch are like kind of together. Mm-hmm. So words of affirmation and then quality time and or physical touch.
What about you?
What about you?
No, those are my three. It's got to be quality time, physical touch, and it's got to be words of affirmation.
Ooh.
The other two, I don't care about the service shit because I can handle shit myself, honestly. And what's the other one? Acts of service. Yeah, acts of service and receiving gifts.
Let me give.
Yeah, I don't care about the acts of service and receiving
gifts. Acts of service could be something as minute as
put an AC in the window. I get it. Like, for me, it's just not.
Or like I told on the last one of the other podcasts about someone hanging my curtains.
That's not minute. ACs is fucking heavy.
I know. I want that shit done too.
And
but
active service could be pumping my fucking gas.
It's not more important than quality time, though.
How about? Oh, I see that your glass is over here, Tara. I will bring it closer to you. Here you go.
Okay.
An active service.
But I gave you, those are my three. Like, more important than this.
We're not taking away from her. Like, she has every right to feel that. I'm just explaining, like,
putting the AC. So if you talking to her, you already know that's what she starts. Put in the AC, and then you could go on a date with me, nigga.
Possibly.
Acts of service could be anything.
I might consider it if you
heating up my leftovers.
Fucking, I'm sweating.
Heating up my leftovers, okay.
Heating up my leftovers.
No, that's not enough.
Swan, what's
because there's thought.
That's not enough. That's not enough of an active service for me.
Hold
I'm
on.
sorry.
Let's get it all on the table first, and then we can go back and forth about it. What's good, Swan?
Well, in regards to the active service thing,
yeah.
I mean, I'll do all four. Like, You gotta do all four. Like it needs to be like a balance. It can't. I'm not gonna sacrifice two for like two or whatever. Like,
No, I just said what's your top two.
oh, my
Right.
top two.
That's what I'm saying.
They're all important.
They're
They're all
all
important.
But others are just more
And,
important.
and here's why. Here's why, right?
More would catch you before the
Well,
others.
here's one of the things that validated it to me. It was like there was a study done about children who don't receive as much physical touch and how they, how they outwardly act different than a child who does receive a lot of physical touch. That's why with my daughter, I'm always like holding her. Like I see one of her love languages is physical touch because, I mean, obviously she's a baby, duh, right? So that would be the case. But she's always like resting her head on my shoulder and patting my back and being like, yeah, like, this is nice. I like this little perch you've created for me. And it's like, yeah.
All of them, they're all equal to me.
They're all equal.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I need all of them. Like, and not even to sound demanding, but like, as far as service.
Nah, you might be on the spectrum with Tara over there, with your demanding.
No, it's like.
I don't think I'm
when it comes down to
demanding. I think I
service-
have standards. There is a difference.
Yeah, that's what
There's a
it
big
is.
difference.
Service is like saying, is basically saying, yo, I got your back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you need something like.
Anyway,
There ain't no goddamn
you should have
difference.
standards in life. Please, Swan, we don't want to be rude of you, but
What?
because people have standards and expectations doesn't mean that they're fucking being picky. Please continue.
Picky? I said demanding.
Demanding, picky, some
Yeah,
shit.
this is what I
It's
demand.
The reason why I say certain ones
No,
need more.
I don't want to.
I don't need as much time. Like, I'm someone who enjoys my own personal time. So the quality time is not going to get me as much as the words of affirmation. It's not going to get me as much as the acts of service. But of course, I want quality time. It's somewhere on the spectrum.
Calling bullshit.
Quality time is one of the most important things because that's the thing you're never going to get back. I want you to give me your time.
Yeah.
That's the most
I also
valuable
don't want you
thing.
to waste my time.
It's not a waste
maybe
of
your
time if I'm
experiences-
looking forward and we are both anticipating spending time together. It's not a waste of my time. This is what I intend and what
Like
I
I said,
desire
it's
to do.
important. What I'm saying, what's more important to me, because I am someone who appreciates her solitude, the quality, because I know it will happen. I know it will happen, and I'm not pressing. I'm not chasing no man down to spend time with me, and I don't expect no man to be chasing me down to spend time with him when I have shit to do.
It's not about
Chasing
chasing
you
down.
down.
If this is about
No.
love and love languages,
But if you chase the
this is
pussy,
about
it's a
this
sin.
is
It falls
already
in your
this is
lap.
already
It's
something
a
that
blessing.
is on the forum. This is something that you're actively doing.
It's important. I'm not saying, oh, don't ever spend time with me. What I'm saying is, we all deserve an equal. I'm someone who likes space. That's why I'm not. I like my personal
I'm gonna put a
space.
pin and I'm gonna call bullshit because
I
I'm
like
gonna
my
flag on the
personal
table.
space.
Hold on for a second, Kiki. All jokes aside. All jokes
Oh, shit,
aside.
about to
No,
get
no,
real.
no, no, no. All jokes aside.
All jokes
Now,
aside.
because you like acts of service, if there's no time for these acts of services to be done, how are you getting your act of service
Because that's what I
in?
said. I didn't say, oh, I don't want you spending time with me. We will spend time. There will be quality time. But what's more important to me, me, not what's right. I'm not saying what's
We're
right.
not
So
talking
you
right or
can't say
wrong.
I'm wrong.
I'm
so
not
what's
judging.
right?
We're listening.
I'm not gonna say what's right. I'm gonna say what's me. Of course, there will be quality time. Of course, I'm gonna spend time with you. Of course, these things are gonna happen when I'm dealing with you and I have certain feelings for you. But what gets me, what sparks me, is the acts of service. What engages me a little bit more than quality time is the acts of service, because we can spend all the quality time and you don't do shit for me.
How are you getting
You can
these
spend
acts
all the
of
quality
service?
time,
Watch it.
and I'm driving around pumping my own fucking gas.
That's a different scenario. What I'm saying is
You can do. We can spend all the quality time, and I'm spending all my own fucking money.
Well, listen.
All that
It depends
shit.
on who the other person that's participating with this quality
That's
time
why I'm
is.
saying
But no, wait. Listen
quality
to what I'm saying.
time is cool, but I'm
Quality
gonna need
time-
something else.
In addition to acts of service for you,
I'm gonna need
because
something
you
else.
need this time in order to get these acts of service in. There's no acts of service if there's no time prevailing for it to happen.
But you're not saying what I'm saying. I'm saying there is the quality time. When I say quality time, the key word is quality, meaning it's the amount of time and the type of time that I appreciate and the other person I'm dealing with appreciates as well.
But
quality time can be once a week for us. Quality time can be every night. Quality time can be 3 days out the week. But if all you're doing is spending time with me and I don't see anything else, I don't see you even volunteering to do anything.
No.
I'm not gonna even want to spend the quality
Don't
time
have
with
spending
you.
your time, wasting your time. There's a difference.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
That's what I'm saying. I'm not even gonna want to spend the time with you. I'll spend the time with you, but I need to see that you're more
Productive
than just
time. Okay, productive
exactly.
time.
I need to see that you're someone more than just company.
They just want to sit up under you.
Wants to hitch
Okay.
up
Right.
on you.
I got you. Yeah. That's
Okay, I get
that's
that.
fine. That I understand.
But Swan
Swan
was saying, you
so.
feel me?
Oh,
You said like, no, that's interesting though, because you said you all 5 are equal for you.
important.
Yeah, absolutely.
And obviously, all 5 are not equal amongst
Us.
them two, apparently,
That's
right?
But I think with everything there's a chance of like, cause would you ever get married?
No.
You would never get married.
I mean, if it happens, I'm not gonna say no. I'm not gonna say no. What I'm gonna say is, it's not something that I put my focus on.
Mm-hmm.
It's not something I put my focus on. And judging the way I see how married people carry themselves these days, honestly, I don't really want any parts. I don't want my time wasted.
Well,
like
could you make a marriage make sense in your head, like
Yes.
and what like dynamic it would work for you?
Yes.
So yeah, absolutely, you get married.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't say I won't, but it's not something I'm putting.
It has to be
focus on.
something you see that is for you.
Right.
Okay, I get it.
Man.
So you kind of just have to walk into it. And I feel like most people are like that. Marriage and kids, the gravity they put on those type of things, motherfuckers always want to create a whole thing around it, but sometimes it's just gonna happen when it happens.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. I'm not there yet, but
Well,
I always think about getting married. I do, but then I'm like, would I ever do it? It's like because
I don't think about getting married. I think about if I had to get married, what would it take in a man for me to get married?
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm.
Not about, because no, there's
yeah.
people who just genuinely think about weddings, think about being in a union with
right.
someone. I think about who would it be?
Right, like the perfect.
Who would it
soulmate.
be?
Yeah.
Oh,
But
you think about
it's
who?
great. Once people are actually planning, it's great because they have the idea. I know who I want to marry. I don't know who I want to marry.
Yeah.
I don't know who I
That's
want
what
to
I'm
marry.
saying. So you don't know
anyone who
what.
thinks of anyone who thinks of marriage in the other way, it's because they know who they want to marry. So there.
You have to get past that.
I have
first.
to get up to the I know who I want to marry before I even start
And then you
thinking
can
wedding.
see how it is.
Before I even start thinking union. First I need to figure out what the qualities would be for me to get to the point of wanting to be married. So you might be on a stage where you're just thinking about marriage. Where do you know who you want to marry?
What you said is what I meant.
Okay.
I was like, because that's you. Like, yeah, like not necessarily get married, like a whole ceremony, like y'all was talking, but more like who
Marriage
what would it take?
in the soul sense of it. Marriage as
Yeah,
in,
like,
hey,
who would
I
it take?
recognize you.
And that's the stage I'm
You know
at.
what I mean? Like it's like I don't know
There's
yet.
people are at the stage where they already know who they want to. So it's easier to think about marriage when you already have the person in your mind. You already know who the person is. When you don't even know who the person is, you can't even fathom being married.
But do the characteristics exist as fantasies in your mind? Can they manifest themselves into a real person?
Honestly, I'm still figuring that out.
Hell yeah, they can, bro.
Like,
No, I'm still figuring out like
if
what
you
it
want
would
it, the
take.
universe makes it. You heard me.
I'm still at a stage where which I probably shouldn't be. I should already know what the fuck I want now. I'm 30.
Nah. Don't do that. Don't limit yourself and by just in close proximity limit me, nigga. I'm 30, about to be 32, and I place none of those limitations on myself. God damn it.
But you're married.
Yeah, I know.
Case closed.
Yeah, that's kind of true.
You already married.
Yeah, like you can't.
I can't talk about it from that perspective no more. All right, fine.
And you made your decision, but I'm not saying.
Excuse me.
No.
There's a 50% divorce rate in this country.
Oh,
I reserve the right. No, I'm playing.
You know what I mean? Like you kind of have to be like.
Hey, wifey, he don't mean nothing.
He's
Wait,
just
hold
talking
on.
shit. He
Are you
has
telling
really
me?
too much to drink
Now,
today.
fuck that. Are
Yeah.
you telling me that once
You know
I'm
how
in
he
it, I'm
is when he
stuck in
drinks.
it? Is that what
It's
you?
not a stuck
Till
thing.
death.
Exactly.
Wait.
it's not something.
Till death, but not really till death. Marriage, just in the sense that,
Yes, I'm going to explain. They say till death.
right.
You're thinking in the physical. Death could literally be till death do us part. The death of this
the marriage.
relationship.
The
The death of my feelings to you. Till death do us
The
part.
death
Yeah,
of
my
feelings.
feelings have died.
That's OD.
Here's a divorce. So when people say till death do us part, they're literally saying until your wife, passes away. I look at it until death does us part, meaning until something in this relationship completely dies that cannot be resurrected. Till the trust dies, till the love dies, till the lust dies, till the attraction dies, till the understanding dies, till death do us part.
That's some
And
metaphysics for you.
Yeah.
That's some metaphysics for
That's
you.
pretty wild.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
That's what I'm saying. Those are the contracts that you have to look at and then edit. You feel me? And then sign here. Once you edit them shits, like they try to slap this big ass contract and be like marriage, and then what they play on TV is supposed to be it. Nah, nigga, I seen real marriage. You know what I'm saying? Couples who stay together and what it takes, and it's like.
Marriage is hard.
You just have to. That's what I'm saying. You just have to find someone
serious
that's
marriage
worth dealing with
serious
all
shit.
the bullshit that you know is gonna happen. Life is gonna happen. You just gotta be willing to be like, all right, we in it to the end. Like, yeah, fuck it. All right, let's go. That's all it comes down to. Cause you're gonna be like, yo, I hate you, but I couldn't live without you. Like, not at this point, you know. So come on, let's go.
But when something dies, to death do you part.
Right, but how the fuck did we get all the way here from love languages? You feel me? But anybody?
That's tied in.
That's you're absolutely right. It is tied in. But I just want to pay acknowledgement to the receiving gifts. That doesn't sound like it's very popular amongst. Well, Swan, you say like it's all of them are pretty much equal, but you two don't sound like gift getting or gift giving.
Because
sometimes
I've had bad experiences with gifts. That's
Hold
why.
on, let's
well,
look
no,
at
no.
it from-
Let Kiki answer, and then I'm gonna give my response and why.
Wait, hold on.
I've had terrible experiences with gifts.
Let
so
me
just-
clarify
don't
first.
Give me nothing,
Let me
honestly.
clarify and make this denotation, right? What are the love languages that you? What are your favorite when speaking the love language, and what is your favorite when hearing the love?
You
language?
mean?
Or is it the
what
same?
Are you? Do you mean what's the love language that you like to give versus receive?
Right, that's how I
Okay.
mean. Yeah, which is the one you like to say, which is the one you
No. You said it in the right way. I just
Oh.
I just broke it
She
down.
clarified.
All right,
Yeah.
cool.
Okay. What I contribute, the love language I contribute is, what are they? Let me see.
Quality time, acts of service, gifts,
Physical touch.
and there's one more.
Words
Words of affirmation.
No, I'm not. I don't give you words.
Yeah, you hear her?
The one
She's
that
like,
I
nah, I
give.
ain't giving you my words of affirmation. I know.
Listen, I'm Aquarius.
I know.
Lock the fuck.
She's
in,
like,
okay?
I know how much words of affirmation mean. I'm not gonna give you any. You understand the power of silence with the same token.
You should understand. I'm an acts of service person, and also a physical touch person.
So you'll bail me out of jail?
If I have it, yeah, and I fuck with you that way, yeah.
That's what's up. I hear that. The physical touch part. That's.
But if I'm not receiving it, you're not even getting not a damn thing on that list.
I hear you. The physical touch part, right? So I guess the way that we most know that is sex, right? So why is that not? Well, how big of a role does that play? So,
No, it doesn't have to go all the way sex. A physical touch could be I'm walking around, I'm holding on to you, or I kiss you, or I'm hugging on you all the time. I can do that, but I don't necessarily need it done to me all the time.
Oh.
I know how to, tone it down and be a girl, play the girl role, sometimes. And it's usually for the physical.
Why you gotta play roles though?
Because I've always felt like I've been the nigga in every fucking situation.
Oh gosh.
I feel like when I start doing other things on that list, it's, oh, you the dude. So I'm just going to sit back and...
Oh. Okay. That's that alpha female shit that you...
What are the ones that you give? What are your contributions to the love language? What do you
mine's
give?
physical touch. I love physical touch. And words of affirmation. Actually, no, I don't. Words of affirmation. I'm terrible at that shit. People tell me I'm horrible at complimenting, because some people treat it as sport. You feel me? Like, especially women, they be like, compliment, just throwing them shits out, but not all of them be real. So me, I see that shit and I'm scarred. I'm like, nah. Somebody give me a compliment, I never let that shit go to my head. It may appear like it.
Really?
It may appear like it, but you never let that shit go to your head. You always
The most egotistical sign?
I don't even know if that's true, but you I don't know, you just flip it like, nah, they didn't really mean that, even if they meant that. They just said that because they said that. Point being, words of affirmation is not one of them. Quality time and physical touch. So I guess, what does that mean? I'm
That you give someone your time and...
spend time touching all over that body. But yeah, that's what I like to give out. I'm a healer. You feel me?
Tara, yours?
Um,
What do you contribute?
What do I contribute? I generally give my time. I generally will definitely physical touch. No acts of service. No, I do acts of service. That's not true. And I do
Like,
acts of
would you-
service.
That could be cooking for him and
Cooking, bailing out of jail, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I've done my time. You know what I'm saying?
Acts of service, yo,
That's
that's
what it is.
acts of service. Oh my god, like
So
that is amazing.
I'm a very giving human being, but that's only once you get through the layers to get to know me. Of course, you know what I'm saying?
you gotta speak your love language before you see mine.
Yeah,
basically
that's
what
just,
it means.
I'm just not gonna be forthcoming, and that's just not my nature.
Once
But
you get back to layers, nigga,
once
mad
you,
layers.
it's just tons of layers. Listen, it's what it is.
Yo,
But
what the fuck?
yo,
Like,
I'm
where's
good.
your heart?
It's
You
right
don't
over
have
there.
Oh. And by that time, you like 80.
Thank you.
You know.
Not at all. Not at all. There's no 80. It's just listen. I'm not throwing my shit out there for you to fucking trample
Waste
and
it.
fucking ruin me. Fuck you, nigga. I don't know who you are.
Ooh.
Sorry, don't come at me like that. I'm gonna let you expose yourself before I'm ever gonna expose
You don't
myself.
feel like you miss out though?
No, I don't miss out.
And what about
It's
your
a great
Swan? Hold
protection
on. What about
barrier.
yours?
My two is definitely touch and words of affirmation. But
So you hit him with the
You looking
Good morning,
beautiful
queen.
today. Ooh.
no, I'll say things like
good morning, queen.
I say
Looking
real
beautiful
things.
today.
I don't say like bullshit. I'll be like, oh, you look powerful. It's like, oh, I feel what you doing. Just like things that I would say to like my brother, someone who's close to me. Like I want them to feel strong or whatever.
And that's love, which is love language.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I wish I was better at that. Actually, I gotta get better at that. As a matter of fact.
And also touch is very
Oh,
important
the
too.
girl.
But just like
I can't do all that.
being like held, you know what I'm saying? Like, or like I really like when someone, if I'm if someone's like within a relationship dynamic, you just touch me, you know what I mean? Like if it's just like I'm here, like you have, since we're in a relationship, like you have access to my body, so take liberty, like you know what I mean? Like
Speak the gospel down.
but it's true. It's like don't feel like
Be like access granted.
Facts.
or at all
You like,
moments.
hey, all of this is for you. You
Yeah,
feel me?
exactly.
Yeah, but when I see them access service, I be like access granted. That bumps us down to what is it up? The physical touch. Because I ain't gonna want to physically touch you if I don't even see no access
Be
service.
like, yo, but like filling up the car with gas, you know.
That's what I'm saying. Just
I
just
noticed that.
things that men need to do. Like
They're things that you're meant.
if it's,
Is it things that you need your man to do, or is
I
it
mean,
that
yeah, fuck
you need to
yeah.
allow him the opportunity to do it?
Some women just be like, nigga, don't like. Some women make that may subjugate them in a way. Or actually, who knows? Like you said, you can play your girly role when you want. What is the girly role? You know, sometimes.
Sometimes
Okay,
it's
not
just
the
let
girly
him
role.
be the
I know
man.
how
No, I
to.
mean, you accept acts of
I know how
service
to,
well. That's what I mean.
you know, be
You
submissive.
know how to chill and let him be the man that he's
Right.
supposed. Because
But if you're not even showing man
roles that we're
qualities.
supposed to that we are supposed to play in life. That just is what it is.
Shit, I don't play no role.
You do whether you do know it or not, and if you don't play the role,
Then
at
you're
one
playing the
point
role of a
you're
nigga
playing
that's
the role
about to
of-
get the exit.
It's alright though.
Either one way,
I play the most unique
there's
role
gonna be
I
a lane that
can.
you're gonna fall in, and if you don't end up conforming
it's
at
my
some
lane.
point,
I'll fall in
then
my
you'll stay
lane.
alone. It is what it is.
I'll fall,
You
like, I'll-
can't play the game and stay alone if
flossing
you're trying to
on
win.
camera?
Yes,
I'm
he's
always
crazy.
flossing on
Can
camera.
you chill?
know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
no, God.
Hold on. Let's take like 2 minutes.
Okay. We back. We back. Now, I wanted to get into the love languages again, just to go over like why the shit is relevant in the first place. Obviously, I said there's 5 of them. Everybody's is different.
Can you care to share them again?
Oh yeah, so words of affirmation, quality time, receiving gifts, acts of service, and physical touch. Also, comment, subscribe, obviously, like the video.
Like,
and
comment, subscribe.
comment what you think your love language is. You know, that's good. Just on that topic of discovering your primary love language, you know, it's not something that's always obvious. Some things, I just like to think of what would make me happiest, you know, like in terms of being with this person, what makes me happiest of the 5 love languages. I don't know if that came out right, but yeah, how did you discover your primary love language?
Who are you asking?
It's just
I'm asking
experience.
The panel, everybody.
panel?
It's just experience. You
Ex-
realize what, you realize you like what you like.
Better question for you. Let me position that differently. What's your top love language, and what made you realize it?
Well, as we went over before, mine's would be acts of service and words of affirmation. Like, just like you, I like my ego to be stroked too. So, tell me you love me. Tell me I'm beautiful.
Oh.
All of that. But also do the things that you're supposed to do as a man. Just be a man, and acts of service come with being a man. I'm sorry. You guys like being men? Acts of service come with being a man.
That's a fact.
So,
That's a fact. Honestly, like servitude.
I should feel like I can call you in case of an emergency.
Servitude is a huge part of love. So
Be a man and tell me you love me.
Tell me you love me. What about you, Tara?
I'm a little complicated.
Well, what's your love language?
My love language
primary.
is I have 3. It's going to be quality time. It's going to be physical touch, and it's going to be what was the third one?
So you're saying one of those are a tie?
It's all 3 are a tie.
All right, let me go out here real quick.
What was it? No, there's 3. I want to get the third one.
Okay.
Quality time. Where's the list?
No, you don't care about
Quality
acts.
Words of affirmation. That's what it is.
Words of
Quality
affirmation.
time, physical touch, and words of affirmation.
Okay.
Those are equally important to me.
All right. But
None is
if
gonna.
the sex is whack, but the massages are a bomb.
If the sex is, I don't give a fuck. No.
Where we at right
If the
now?
sex is whack, as good as the massage may be, there's gonna be no finish. So therefore, there's no need to bother to entertain the act in the first place. So no, if the
So-
sex is whack,
So
in
you're saying
addition
if you get to the
to,
dance and you
if he
can't
doesn't know what to
dance.
say to me, in addition to, because not just you can't just please me physically, you have to know what to say to me, and you have to be able to spend time with me, or the time that I want you to spend with me. I'll say.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Swan, what's good?
The thing that do like it's like repeat the question.
The best, like out of the 5, the one you would pick the most. So we still got words of affirmation, quality time, receiving gifts, acts of service, and physical touch.
I mean, I think I show my love the most through physical touch, because there are moments where it's like I can be like pretty like reclusive or like in my head or whatever, but
Yeah.
I don't know when it comes down to like physical contact. If I'm like with a person, it's like I want you to know that like I'm there. So
That's why you my dog.
Physical touch would be third for me, like that. But I need to see them acts of service, and I need to hear them words of affirmation before that physical touch come into play.
Bro, physical
touch would be third for me.
it'd be like
touch is
it'd be like just touching your shoulder or like that's how I see it. Cause
It's a kiss on the.
yeah, like those things. Not even.
The older I got, the more I realized that kiss on the forehead. Even though sometimes it's for niggas give a side bitch.
Only daddy do that.
Niggas give a side bitch a kiss on the forehead, but it literally you feel like a certain energy run through.
Niggas
you
give
with
side
that.
bitches kisses on the forehead.
I've seen it happen.
Stop. Okay, just stop.
Yeah, I should stop because.
You gonna end up in some shit. All right, just stop. Don't be kissing no bitches on the forehead.
But that's something that's a physical touch, and certain physical touches do different things to you.
Right.
But that kiss on the forehead sometimes it
It's
just be like
different, I'm
it's
telling
like
you.
rays of energy just running through you.
That's
out
where your
there.
pineal
Like,
gland is at. These chicks be like, yo man, these chicks be like, it makes them feel away. That's why I said only daddy do that.
Nah, make me feel away too.
Only
all of those
zaddy.
Kisses on the forehead, I haven't even.
Dad, I want to put my face in your armpit. You know what I'm saying?
You said, but your face, yo.
Yeah.
No. That's real
It
shit.
smell like roses.
My daughter does this thing where she'll reach under my arm and like pull my underarm hair just to like, and she'll always do this when.
No, that's her being an explorer as a baby. We talking about
No, but it's the
two
physical
adults.
touch. I'm talking
Two
about when
adults.
she's trying to fall asleep
Two adults.
and she's just like, oh, she's like yank, and just like clawing at me just to be like, when a cub nestles in its.
I think she's thinking more man-woman versus
Oh,
cub,
yeah.
mom,
But,
or
I mean-
papa. I'm just.
No, love language is.
Where do you think it comes
varies.
from? It comes
No,
from
listen.
it comes from the love that you were shown throughout your earthly
Or lack of
experience,
love sometimes.
or lack of love. So certain people, your love languages get aligned in a certain way because of your past experience.
I mean, you gotta always remember,
Definitely.
certain people
Physical
are
touch
raised
is
on
huge
love.
for me.
Certain people are raised on love, and certain people are
Raised on survival.
survival.
Yes, we
Oh,
know,
yeah.
Kia. I haven't heard that before
Yes.
from you.
Yes.
Nah, but
I be tossing them words to the wise too. So I toss them.
physical
out.
touch is one of my love languages. Maybe, who knows? I could go into a bunch of reasons why, but I, like Swan, I feel like that's the one I could do the best. So.
As any fucking man thinks.
No, not any fucking man. I'm a healer. I firmly believe that. So like, there's a touch to it all. Like you got to be able to touch somebody to touch somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody touches you, and then you draw away your hand, that's communicating such a large message. You know what I'm saying? So.
That's communicating a message of not being receptive to it.
Right.
Or rejection.
Yeah, rejection. It's like if they pull away, it's like, I reject you.
Yeah.
And that speaks
I don't want your
volumes.
touch. Or I'm rejecting your touch.
I reject your touch. It speaks volumes on both sides.
Especially depending on the person, that's one of their main focuses or one of their main love languages is the physical touch.
That's what I'm saying.
But what about gifts?
I mean, gifts,
obviously. We work the kind of job where, hey, nigga, I buy it if I want it. You feel me? It's like, hey, I'm gonna just.
But no, I agree with Stefan 100% because of our employment.
I feel like that's at the bottom of the list.
Because we can get anything we want, honestly. So it's like, unless it's a house, honestly, or a fucking boat or some shit like that, let's go outrageous.
Nah, I'm lying.
I can get my shit myself, I can. That's how I feel.
This is a gift that my cousin got me. It's a beard comb with my name on it. And it wasn't until just now that I realized I always carry that shit with me. All the ways. It says fear the beard. I always got that shit with me. It was a gift that was given to me that at the time.
It's actually pretty dope.
Son, you might think it's something small, but when you realize it's always on your person, you're like,
and you probably love it even more if it was a woman that gave it to you.
No, it was a woman that gave it to me.
No, a woman, your wife.
Oh yeah, it was her cousin, so it meant just as much. It was like, oh shit.
That's very thoughtful. You really think of me.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, you might think it's words of affirmation because of the ego thing, but when it comes down to it, son, that moment that doesn't happen often, that this means a lot to me.
Love languages.
Love languages. Yo, so hold on. The reason why all of this is important, right, obviously, is because I feel like falling in love, the story gets kind of misconstrued. So falling in love is it's a very small portion of the entire relationship, and then learning love languages and learning to communicate with these love languages are how you sustain said relationship. That's the actual being in love part of it versus just thinking you're in love, which is really just infatuation. I say that because the love languages are how you gonna hold it down. So learn yours. Like I said, comment and subscribe. You guys got anything to add?
Comment and subscribe. Like. Share. Tell your friends. 40 acres and a brew.
Wait, I got a question.
What's up?
Cause y'all didn't get into cause you talking about love, like falling in love. Right?
Yeah.
How you know when you falling in love?
Thank you for meeting me there. Yeah. I was gonna let it go. It was just like, oh.
No, I want to. Yeah, cause I was like, okay, I want to hear like how you know that you falling in love with somebody.
I seen a graphic the other day, right, that represents the scientific part of it. Is in terms of the chemicals that are released in your brain, like serotonin, dopamine, and some other shit. Oxytocin? I don't know. So I might be off. But the three, when you're in love, like all of those are heightened. So you're just in this enamored state, and you're just like, everything is so good. I just want to be with this person. I just want to think about this person. And just like everything I do, I want them to be a part of it. But then that wears off after a while, and it's like, okay, now where am I? Am I sick of this person yet, or am I willing to go the distance? Are we communicating? And that's where the love languages come in. But I guess you were commenting more on the falling in love part of it. What did you mean?
Yeah, I guess like when you know that you're in love with somebody, or what feelings comes with that. Like I don't know, like. Cause love is like a funny thing. It's super like subjective, but everybody has like their own definition for it. Or like when you come into it, and when you know you love somebody, and what's the constitution?
When your common sense starts leaving your fucking body.
You're like, normally I would, but I won't this time because it's you. When you start to do that,
When you start including them in future thoughts that you really. They really have no place in. They're just there.
Okay.
Let me think. I don't know. It might be a chemical that's released in the body.
Hey, nigga,
not
I'm
sure.
telling you, bro.
It might
I'm
be.
telling you, that dopamine be up there. Niggas be like, oh, I'm so in love with this person. That shit wear off, and they're like, yo, why can't I stop choking you? Get out of my life.
That's
Just to push it to the extreme.
wow.
That's a
That is
DG
extreme.
report waiting to
Yeah,
happen.
about that.
Hey, man, come on.
That is
I'm not-
maybe we shouldn't go that far.
I'm just-
Maybe now I'm scared.
I'm just
Really
painting.
back?
I'm just
Maybe we're gonna back away, like Kiki said. You start,
Hey, man,
you
I'm
start
just
talking that shit, and I'm
painting
gonna
a
run through the
vivid
back
picture.
door.
Nah, that's
That's too much.
That's too much. I don't want to show.
I know we
my face
ordered
like that.
food. They called you yet?
Yes, have they? And are we? What's up?
Hmm?
Are we?
She's trying to wrap us up. She thinks she got things
I'm
to
just
do.
asking.
She's
I
like,
don't.
yo,
I'm
she's
just
like,
curious.
oh, I gotta shoot this other show afterwards. So,
It's not about shooting
yo,
other
we
shows
done here.
afterwards. I'm just curious.
First of all,
as
my
far
food ain't
as
here yet. You know what
we
I'm
don't want
saying?
to ramble, and we don't want to have Jeff have too much editing.
Ramble.
So
You
I'm
can cut
just
this
curious.
whole part off, but it's fly as fuck. you
Okay.
feel me?
If we're gonna cut it all off, then there's things I would rather be doing than sitting here.
Lorena
showing
Bobbitt
me things that we're
said.
gonna cut off.
Cut it off. Nah.
Know what I'm saying?
So
I'm sorry.
so to kind of wrap up the love languages.
Love languages, yes.
The love languages
Okay.
discussion.
Yeah. Just to wrap it up. we got-
Everyone has a different language that speaks to them. Everyone has a different approach to presenting their love language. So that's what makes people compatible. Are you guys speaking the same language? Are you guys?
You got an accent.
Yeah. You guys speaking the same language? Are you speaking the same language with a different accent? Which pretty much means, are you guys displaying the same things but in
Yeah.
different ways?
Yeah.
So I feel like a lot of people should understand their love language before they embark on seriousness in a relationship, before they give themselves to someone eternally, as we were discussing marriage and things like that.
That's true.
I feel like I'm rambling on love language.
Yo, but just to recap, right? It's words of affirmation, receiving gifts, acts of service, physical touch, quality time. So, like, comment, subscribe, comment your own, continue the discussion.
Figure out your own love languages.
Yeah, figure
what
out your
what are
own
your
love
triggers?
languages.
What are not?
It just
Let us know what your love languages
Yeah.
are.
Do you want to
in
talk
the
about it more?
comments.
it's all about knowledge itself, y'all.
What's important to you? I know the girls with the city girl mentality. The gifts are what's most important to them.
Right, the Louboutins
And
You city boys, y'all are out there too. The gifts
and
are
the
what's important.
Balenciaga socks.
It ain't tricking if you got it. I know, but that's not what's important to us.
And for the niggas, watch out for that shit.
sorry, I'd
Bad
rather
mind
be. Can we
people.
buy a house? Can we get a home out of the country? I don't want a fucking bag. Sorry, that's what I'm talking about. Anyway,
Yeah, we
40
could
acres in a brew.
Thank you, Swan.
we could get a house, but I ain't putting your name on it though.
No. 50% boo. Let's,
Thank you, Swan, for your
let's
presence.
do this right. All right, if we're partners, be partners all the way. Or don't do it at all.
I hear you. Yo, Swan, thank you for coming through.
Thank you, Swan.
You got anything? You got any way you want to close up? Any?
You got any shout outs you need to do?
Yeah. Do your shout outs, know what I mean?
Well, I would say there's absolutely nothing wrong with showing love always. Like, you can always show love to a situation. And I think that's something that kind of needs to be said or whatever, in whatever kind of way. Not ways to hurt yourself or whatever, but ways to show appreciation for yourself. And
It's a fact. Learn your love language.
you know what I mean? Like, even if it's something like saying, hey, that you're grateful for somebody or whatever, it's always good to like show some degree of it, because I think that's what kind of like governs us, or like our desires. So
Heard you.
You know what I mean? So that's how I would say whatever, and then like finish it.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, y'all. Keep the love alive. Send love, spread love. It's the human way. 40 Acres in a Brew crew.
40 acres in a brew.
We out. Pew, pew, pew.
Later.